Hello there, welcome back to Beauty Beat and welcome to my Project Pan introduction for the year 2022. I am doing 22 in 2022, more or less. I have my big basket of things, most of which will hopefully not be with me at the end of this year. And I've also set up, I don't think this is technically a bullet journal, but I've set up my journal with my list of all the products I'm going to be working on with one error. We'll get to that in just a few, but I broke the products that I'm working on into 4 categories: eyes, lips, face, and then there's a miscellaneous category. And let's start with eyes. Why not? So the first eye product will actually be very familiar to those of you who watched my 2021 Project Pan. And in my 2021 Project Pan, my goal was to hit pan on all 4 of these shades in this 3rd row. Clearly that happened in 3 of 4 cases, and I refuse to let this purple shade win. This is going in my Project Pan. Again, I'm just going to try to hit pan. Also, because I feel silly just having one shadow from a palette in this project, I want to hit pan on this peach as well. I will take before and after photographs of everything, but right now there is a little bit of a dip going on. Actually, I would say there is a sizable dip in this pan, but it's a dip that extends pretty much all the way across the pan. It's a shade that I tend to wear down very evenly, and I think that I am still a significant ways away from actually hitting pan on this one. So, from my NYX Ultimate Utopia palette, I have 2 shades that I'm going to be working on, both with the goal of hitting pan. There are 4 other eyeshadows that I also will be wanting to work on. 2 of them are in this Maybelline City Mini palette. I was working on a Maybelline City Mini palette last year, and this is the other one that I have. This is Matte About Town. I think you can tell I've used a lot of this palette. I actually have like a super thorough 100+ use review on this, as well as my other City Mini palette that I will link up in the cards. But the 2 shadows I want to work on in 2022 are this pink shade and this white. I'm actually wearing both of them today. I like using this white to set down my eyeshadow primer. I'll additionally use it as a brow bone highlight, and I'm using this pink as a crease shade. It looks like it might be an okay blush as well. I don't tend to use it in that way. It tends to not want to blend as seamlessly as I would prefer my blushes to do, but I might find myself using it that way if we get really close to the end of the year and it's not gone yet. So there's where we're starting from on these 2 products. My goal with both of these will be to finish it, and once those 2 shades are gone, I will be very happy to get rid of this piece of packaging. 2 more eyeshadows to talk about. The first is in a single pan. This was, I believe, from the Wet n Wild Petalette Quad, and I think you could tell there is a lot of pan in there. There is quite a bit of product built up around the sides. It's not super thin throughout, but I think this should be quite achievable. I do like wearing this shade as a blush as well. I really like a purpley toned blush on my complexion, and I feel like this should not be a difficult shadow to finish off. The last eyeshadow, and really the last eye product that I have in this project, is from e.l.f., and this is one of their liquid glitters in the shade 24 Karat Gold. It is a very yellow gold. Let me give you a little swatch of that. I mean, it is gorgeous. Take a look at that. I have not had great luck with these lasting me a very long time, so I want to use this up before it dries up on me, and I have made a lot of progress towards that goal. I think you can see that there's quite a bit of windowing in the bottle, and that windowing remains when I put the applicator back in. It's not just empty space left by the applicator. I feel like I could probably use this 20 times and have it nearly gone, or at least have all of the product that I can actually reach with the applicator gone. Unfortunately, even once you remove the stopper, there's a lot of product at the bottom that you can't really get out. And once you remove the stopper, it dries up very quickly. So I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with that. I think I'll just try to get out what I can, be happy with that, and know that thankfully I only spent like $2 on this. So even 20 uses, I feel, will definitely be getting my money's worth out of it. I already have one of the face products out, so let's just talk about that category next. The first face product is from It Cosmetics. I believe this is their Bye Bye Pores powder, though I got rid of their packaging quite a while ago. I could not swear that this is the correct powder. It's a translucent powder, at least it's on me, it works as a translucent powder. This is a deluxe sample. I do have a dip going on in the center, as well as on one of the sides. Not quite sure what's going on there. And my goal will be to finish this year. I don't tend to use a lot of powder, but I mean, it's a deluxe sample. I feel like I should be able to finish this in a year. Maybe those words will come back to bite me, but from my vantage point right now, this seems like a very reasonable goal. Another face product I'm going to be working on recently got repressed into this Physicians Formula palette. However, it was not originally from Physicians Formula. This is from Wet n Wild, and it's the Rosé Champagne Blush. I think you can tell I've actually made good progress on this just in the couple of weeks since I repressed it, because I hit pan again. I'm super, super excited. I will see if I can put up a picture of what this looked like before I repressed it. I had quite a bit of pan in the original compact, and I think that this will be a good thing for me to work on this year. It's a beautiful, peachy, soft blush, and it's a shade that I find pretty easy to wear for every day. I think it's very flattering. I really like this blush. I'm excited to be working on it. My goal with this blush is going to be to finish it. So here is where we are starting from. Hopefully that pan will start expanding very quickly here. I am actually going to work on a second blush though, not with the goal of finishing it. With this product, I just want to hit pan. This is from Bare Minerals. It's one of their Gen Nude blushes, and this is in the shade Call My Blush. This is a deluxe sample, but it is a very, very deluxe sample. There is a ton of product in here. I don't know why they offer this kind of size as a deluxe sample when they offer much larger full size, but that's just me. Maybe for someone else it would make sense to get a full size. But there is a swatch of this blush. I have used this quite a bit as well. There is a little bit of a dip going, and also the surface across the entire blush was at one point disturbed pretty evenly. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there's these little almost like ice pick scars all around the blush where I was putting my brush in, just tapping it in. And I've actually worn away enough of the product in the center that those ice pick marks have disappeared. So I'm at least making some progress. And like I said, my goal is just going to be to hit pan on this. Hopefully that will be very achievable. I have no idea how deep this pan is, but I feel like it can't be super deep. Famous last words? Possibly. I have never finished a bronzer before, and I really want to. I don't actually know that I've ever even hit pan in a bronzer before, though I feel like I may have. I'm not sure. But I want to finish this Tarte Park Avenue Princess bronzer. This is, again, a deluxe sample. I've had this for years. I've used it many times, and there is a dip going. There's a good dip going even, but I can't see the rings in the product. Well, I guess I can kind of see one of the rings, maybe. Maybe I'm just fooling myself into thinking I can see one of the rings. But it is a very pretty bronzer. It's quite a golden shade. There's quite a bit of sheen to this. I like this shade a lot. I think that this is something that I can use consistently, especially in the summer. I do like to bronze, so I think that I should be able to pan this. Like, maybe I'm not that far away from hitting pan. Maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed. But I think that this is probably going to be one of the more challenging products for me to finish panning. The last product in my face category is from Wet n Wild. This is their Mega Glow Hello Halo Liquid Highlighter. And I have no sense of how far along I am in this product. I feel like I can see lines along the side, but I feel like I can see multiple lines along the side, so I have no idea what that means. I will be revising my goal, I'm guessing, as I realize just how far along I am or am not in this product. But right now, my goal is to get to the halfway mark, to get roughly to this line between the word hello and the word halo. I feel like that would just be a really reasonable amount of progress to make. This is a very, very glowy highlighter. And it's very pinky purple. It looks a lot more pink purple in a swatch and on the face than it does in the jar. So I don't think that this would be a super everyday wearable product, though I can make it a little bit more wearable for every day. So my goal is not going to be to finish this, it's just going to be to get to that halfway mark. Isn't that pretty though? May not be appropriate for every situation, but it is stunning. I need to stop just watching this in the monitor. Okay. Let's move on to lips. I think this is I guess this and eyes are the largest categories in my project. Let me grab my lipsticks. I was actually planning out everything that I wanted in this project maybe a week or two ago, and I finished one of the products. I was a lot further along in it than I fully realized. It was a Pacifica lip balm. So instead, I'm going to work on the soft lips. This, I think, is the oldest lip balm that I still have open. And I know, this is a pathetic little tube. It should not be a problem to finish, but you'd be surprised. You would be surprised. I have quite a lot of product left. I've only used maybe 5 or 10% of it. And so I'm going to start the year focusing on this, and then once this is done, which hopefully should not take too long though, goodness knows I can move at an absolute snail's pace sometimes when it comes to seemingly easy to pan products. Once this is gone, I will just continue to roll in the lip balm to work on. I have such a stash of lip balms built up, and there's no need for it. I am generally pretty slow to move through lip balms, and I just need to get a couple out here and there. The other lip products are at least a little bit more interesting. The first is a lip gloss. This is from NARS. This is one of their oil-infused lip tints. I have mine in the shade Primal Instinct, which is the nude. These are very sheer. I bought a pack of 3 of these earlier in the year, and like lip balm, I just have so much lip gloss built up that it'd be good to move one out. I feel like this is the kind of shade that once things open up a little bit more, once we maybe get to stop wearing masks everywhere, I don't know when that's going to happen, but you know, hopefully this spring or something. I feel like this would be a super easy everyday color. It's one that I already find myself sticking in my purse to take with me quite a bit, so I feel like I should be able to finish this year. I will let everything settle and then I will mark where the fill line is. I think it's right about here, as is. So I'm going to be working on that. I have 2 lipsticks that I've actually been working on this year. My goal with both of these lipsticks was to use half of the product up in 2021, so that way in 2022 I would be nicely set up to finish them, and I think that I've more or less achieved that goal for both of these. The first one is what I am wearing today. This is a Revlon Super Lustrous lipstick. Well, they're both Revlon Super Lustrous lipsticks, but this one is in the shade Sassy Mauve. I'm wearing it mixed with Bated Breath from MAC, and I'm realizing that I have a little bit of it outside my lip line, but I tried fixing it and realized it was only making things worse, so we're just gonna keep on rolling. Here is how much I have left of this lipstick. I think there is just a hair more than half the tube left to go on this one, but it is a super lovely color. I think that especially for winter, this is a beautiful, beautiful everyday nude, at least on my skin tone. The other one, this is not the one I intended to grab, but we had to make an emergency switch. I had grabbed the entirely wrong other Super Lustrous lipstick. This one is in Secret Club. Both of these are creme formulas. I think I actually bought these on the same day even, but I have a little bit less of this one. I think I'm starting at just beyond the halfway point on this lipstick. I think both of those should be quite achievable. I really like both of the colors. I find them pretty easy to wear. I really love the Revlon Super Lustrous formula. I think those will be fun to work on. I also have 2 mini lipsticks that I want to finish off this year. The first is from Pat McGrath. This is the shade Executive Realness. And I think this might be the hardest of the lipsticks that I have to pan, because this is such a bold, bold color. Here is a swatch of that. This also transfers like crazy. It doesn't seem to matter what I do, this will get everywhere. So I need to be pretty careful when I'm wearing this. But it is such a stunning color. I mean, look at that. I think that this looks more berry in a swatch and on my lips than it does in the tube. I feel like in the tube it looks a little bit more on the really bold pink side. In any case, it's beautiful and I really like it, but I think there are just other ways that I would prefer to wear this kind of berry shade that transfer a little bit less than that Pat McGrath one does. And the last lipstick that I want to work on is from Anastasia. This is the shade Dead Roses. It is one of their mini matte lipsticks. And I have used this many times, but I haven't used a lot of the product up. Actually didn't think to compare this to Sassy Mauve, so let's see how those compare. They're not going to be super similar now that I've swatched Dead Roses, but I think that this is a beautiful fall shade. I think it has a nice amount of mauve to it. It's a little bit deeper. I think it's just a beautiful shade for fall. I can see myself using that a lot and through the rest of winter as well. As a comparison, let's put a swatch of Sassy Mauve. Sassy Mauve is much more pink and much lighter. Not really comparable at all. I have 5 products in my miscellaneous category to pan this year, and the first 2 are from The Ordinary. These will be very familiar looking if you have been on my channel before. The first is the AHA 30% and BHA 2% peeling solution. This is a mask, and like everything else, I'm going to wait to mark things until this is settled a little bit. This is a very thick, viscous liquid, and it doesn't settle very quickly. But I think I'm right about here. I've probably used this 6 or 7 times. I think that if I can consistently use this once a week, it should only probably take me about 6 months to finish it. The other product is, I think of it as a night serum. This is the Argyle Line Solution 10%. I am right about here on this product. This product I will use on my forehead before I go to bed at night. I think that this actually does reduce the appearance of forehead wrinkles. I am not very good about using it, even though I think it is a really effective product, and I'm mostly putting it in this project to get myself to use this consistently. It's a good product. I can see results from it. I don't know why I can't get myself to use it more often, but there's what that is looking like so far. I have one fragrance that I would really like to finish this year. I have no idea how I'm going to measure progress on this. I will see if I can try to shine a flashlight through this bottle, but I don't have a lot of hope. It'll probably just be one day, oh, it's gone. But this is from Oscar de la Renta. It's the Bella Blanca set. It is a white floral. It's very pretty. It's just not my favorite. I feel like this scent doesn't have a lot of personality to it. It's not something that I would want to repurchase if I finished it, which I think makes it a great candidate for project panning. It is also the oldest fragrance that I have left. It's not very old. It's only about a year old at this point, but I mean, I think that this will take me the full year to pan because I'm not going to wear only this. I'm still going to dip into my other fragrances, and at the 2-year mark, I think I would like to have this gone. This is the 1.7 fluid ounce size. I got this through Influencer, I believe. And then we have 2 hair products to talk about. Both of these, my goal will be to finish. The first is from OGX. This is their Nourishing Coconut Milk Anti-Breakage Serum. I am right here in this bottle. I use this after the shower. I'll take just 1 pump and distribute it through really the lower half of my hair. And I do think that it helps with breakage. I'll also, once I've distributed it through the lower half of my hair, I will take anything that's left and rub it right here, which is where I tend to get breakage. And I think that it works pretty well. I've not been using this as much recently because I've been heat styling my hair a little bit more, and maybe that's when I need to be using an anti-breakage serum the most, but I just don't think to use it. I'm hoping that putting this in the product pan will get me to use this. Additionally, I just have so many hair products. I have a truly unnecessary number of hair products, and I want to whittle that down a little bit, and this is one that I would be very happy to see go. My light is flickering on me, so hopefully it lasts until the end of this video, which is coming up very quickly because this is the last product I'm going to be working on this year. This is from Pantene, and it is their heat primer. I got this last year for Christmas, and this one I can track progress by shining a light through. I want to say that I'm like right around here, but as with everything else, I will mark it after the video. I just have a lot of heat protectants. I have products that are more like leave-in conditioners that have heat protectant in them. I don't need this many hair products. I don't have that much hair. I don't do interesting things with my hair. I don't know how to do my hair really. So why do I have so many hair products built up? Question for the ages. But this is one that I would like to see go probably in the first half of the year. And there we have the products that I'm going to be working on. I will be posting updates on or around the first of each month. I hope you will check in on them. I am really looking forward to getting going on this project. I'm filming this a few days early. I think it's the 28th of December as I'm filming this. But I'm looking forward to getting a little bit of a running head start into 2022. I hope that if you guys are doing any projects, that you will let me know about them so that I can watch your updates, and I hope you are having really good luck with them. Please consider liking and subscribing if you would like to follow along with this project, and I really hope that I will see you all in my next video. Bye!